All right. 7F today, guys. So I understand some people might not have finished 7E. That's fine. I did say we would dedicate some time to it today. But just at the start of the lesson, I'll go through 7F for those that are up to it. And then it's just a matter of continuing where you're up to. So we don't have much of an extension here. We're talking about a Bernoulli distribution. If you look up online, some people say Bernoulli. They don't pronounce the L. So this is a probability experiment, and it's got a couple of distinct properties. So we'll read through those. There are only two possible outcomes. 0 denotes a failure, and a 1 denotes a success. You only perform the experiment once. So there's only one trial. P is the probability of success, and we use Q, which is equal to 1 take P, because the sum of all probable events is 1. Q is the probability of failure, and then we've got mean, variance, and standard deviation mentioned there. Okay, so maybe you're familiar with this circumstance. A mother goes out shopping and asks her teenager to wash the dishes. If X equals 1, success! The teenager has washed the dishes. If X equals 0, the teenager does not wash the dishes. Okay, part A, describe why this is a Bernoulli distribution. All right, it's Bernoulli because there's either success or failure, 1 or 0. So there's two outcomes. And we've got one trial. We're repeating the experiment once. It's satisfied both of those, and so it's a Bernoulli distribution. Part B, given that the probability the teenager will wash the dishes is 0.32, draw the probability distribution. Okay, so the events are 0, failure, or success, 1. The probability of a success is 0.32. All right, so then the probability of failure, 1 take away 0.32, 0.68. Okay, let's just refresh you on what this notation means. Lowercase x is the possible events that the random variable can take. Capital X is the random variable, right? And so then we're saying here, where we've got probabilities, what's the probability that the random variable takes on this event? Okay, it takes on event 0, 0.68. It takes on event 1, 0.32. All right, find the mean, standard deviation, and variance of the Bernoulli probability distribution. So part C, the mean is E of X is equal to P. All right, P is the probability of success, so the mean is 0.32. The standard deviation is the square root of P times Q. And the variance is the standard deviation squared, so just P times Q. I don't have my calculator on me, I've lent it to another student, so you can evaluate those, plug them in. And that's it, that's Bernoulli distribution. So, fairly cheese, I reckon. It will get harder, but that's introducing you to the basics of it. Just needs to satisfy those properties. There's two outcomes, 0 denotes failure, 1 denotes success, and we're only performing the experiment once. Very good. Okay, so let's proceed with where you're up to. I'll float around, see how we're going.